Silent Sync and Microsoft CRM workflow and plugin. I've previously said that Microsoft CRM is reproduced in iDcrm in structure, form, fields, and every data. But there's one thing that we cannot reproduce in iDcrm. It's a workflow and plugin because it is server-side process. And we don't want to reproduce your server on a small device like the iPad. But the user need to be able to have everything like if they were working on their PC. So that's why we've made Silent Sync. Silent Sync is to apply the process of your server, and at the same time it was made to forego the synchronization. That means that anytime you create or update data in iDcrm, it's trying to synchronize with the server. If there's no connection, you are in the plane or in the train, no problem. The data is stored in iDcrm and it will try to synchronize next time there is network. But what is interesting is that you don't have to think about that. When you go, like in the example, the quotes is an entity that's used into a process to generate the ID of the quote in this field. So I don't want the user to think about it because it's an internal server-generated ID. So let's create a code demo iDcrm. Done. Potential customer. Let's use my favorite customer, A store. Currency, euro, price list, default. If I have started from the record of A store, I wouldn't have to select these two values because it will be done automatically. Then I had a code product. Let's use the Avolto product, primary unit, and quantity. Done. Save, and I just save the code. Now that I've saved the code and I have access to the network, I see, oh my God, I already have it because the background thing was launched and we received the quota ID for this quote. And by the way, the amount was updated automatically and the product line too. So that's an example of how iDcrm works. So any workflow or plugin you have in Microsoft CRM, it will be applied exactly the same way in iDcrm without risk of losing data or any hazardous behavior. That was about the silent sync. Another point is that iDcrm always launches the sync when you launch it again to be sure that even if you change nothing on your system, it will synchronize with the server, and you can always use the manual sync if you want to enforce a sync or enforce the refresh of the metadata coming from the server.